We are back with my final interview of the night, and of course, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, your mid laner, Strompest for Wildcard Gaming. My goodness, Strompest, I'm not going to ask you the silly question of how are you feeling after that because it's got to be fantastic. But I do have to ask what your guys' mentality was at the turning point in game number 2 when you were able to steal away the dragon first off and then transition things into a Baron play. How were you able to keep a level head like that? And was there anything in particular going through your guys' minds or comms that helped you turn around the game?
Um, I mean, it was pretty funny to watch Gragas steal the Drake. I think that was definitely a really good play. We were just constantly looking for angles to claw back into the game and thinking about like Corky package, any fight timers we can take where he won't have that. And yeah, we felt pretty composed for the most part. Just trying to find a way to win and turn it around.
Yeah, and I don't want to call you guys out or anything, but one of the things that we've seen you kind of a little bit weaker in the past is turning these games around. So is it usually like a single call out? Is it one of those things where you just do say, "Hey, what are the angles that we can take?" Or what kind of changed maybe over the past couple of weeks to help you guys position yourselves into a bit of a more recoverable situation?
We just like to play around, or at least we try to play around our vision and our setup. And like if they're disrespectfully walking in, we're just gonna go for the turn angle, and that's where you find the windows of opportunity to claw back into the game. And I also think a good contributing factor to like improvement is I was kind of sick for the past couple of weeks, but now I can speak again. So
Ah.
yeah, we were just scaling at this point.
Well, that's great. So you guys still performed incredibly well, even with you being sick. And wait, so you couldn't talk. So, are you one of the primary shot callers on this team? Did that affect the shot calling and the communication between the team? Or is it kind of across the board? Is there a particular shot caller there for you?
Right now, we're just kind of developing our culture, so there's no one that's like primary or anything. But the information and communication, like it was definitely affected because like it would hurt if I talk. So now it doesn't hurt. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're not hurting to talk anymore because that is a very important part of this game. Um, and not only this, you're not only a part of Wildcard, but you are still, of course, on St. Louis University's team. So, what's the dynamic kind of first off coming to this team as like so quickly, so recently, and then also kind of having to maintain yourself in two teams?
Um. So for the majority of the days in the week, I am like double blocking with both my amateur and college teams, so it's pretty busy. For me, anyways. But yeah, I just try to make the best out of like every game I play in scrims and solo queue.
Excellent. A lot of solo queue players we know kind of struggle with the teams, so it's awesome to see you doing so well on both of them. I'll end this with one final question because you guys have solidified your spot in the playoffs. So, is there, of course, without giving anything away, right? Is there any particular maybe mindset, maybe any sort of particular training that you guys do ahead of time to set yourselves up for that, especially going into playoffs with such big name teams?
Um, well, everybody practices and like we do draft prep and scouting beforehand, so I guess that's our process.
Mm.
Yeah, and I just want to see how far we can go in this tournament.
Awesome. Well, you were absolutely mind blowing. They keep asking me, who do you want to talk to for the winners interview, and literally everybody in the channel was like, Strompest, we need to talk to Strompest. Okay, I'm gonna throw one last one in there just because I can because I'm talking to you. You and Alarin both have a ridiculous pool. Okay, if there's a situation where somebody is able to put all 5 bans onto you, do you think that is enough to ban you out, or is your champion pool just deep enough that you can do anything?
I mean, I can bust out like 15 picks, so I don't think it really affects me much. And the deeper
Awesome.
you go, it's like the non-meta picks. I'm more comfortable on them. So
I love it. I love to hear it. That spells some good things then coming into the playoffs for you guys to maybe pull out some cheeky picks. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting on an amazing show for us to watch. Thank you for chatting with me. And hopefully now you can wind down with a bit of a cup of tea and maybe a game or two to yourself. So thank you so much for being here. Of course, thank you to everybody who was watching. That is going to do it for us for the day. Oh, never mind. We're just gonna say bad to Strompest. I
all
get
right,
to talk to Beatdown again for a second. So thank you so much for joining us, Strompest. We really appreciate you being here.
yeah, thank you.